Since no one asked! Great anime for those that are just starting. Welcome to the anime community, and I'm gonna give you a list of stuff that isn't toxic or will scar you. Romance, Love, Shinibi, and Other Delusions, a really great, wholesome romance anime. She lives in a fantasy world. He used to live in the fantasy world, and their relationship goes on from there. Really cute. Slice of Life, Aria the Animation. They live on a planet called Venice. They are based on a tourist company. Wholesome, makes you feel warm and fuzzy inside. The cat's the goat. That is a cat. Comedy, The Devil is a Part-Timer. Satan comes to Earth and can't use magic, so he has to get a job. It is freaking amazing. Isekai Konosuba, she can only cast one spell. She's turned on by anything that's violent. He's a freaking pervert and she's a useless water goddess. It's freaking amazing. By the way, Isekai is people that get transported to another world after they die. If you wish to watch actual anime garbage, X-Arm. For sports, Kuroko's Basketball. They're a team that actually struggle to win games, so it's not, oh my god, I'm an amazing basketball player because I'm gonna win every game. No, they struggle, man. It's really solid. Sci-Fi, Code Geass. Lelouch is the GOAT. Fucking amazing, man. Give you depression for a week. I do not recommend this for the lighthearted. There's a lot of death of people that you get connected to. Clannad After Story. Action, Jujutsu Kaisen. He eats fingers and gets powers. It's freaking amazing. And by the way, the animation on it is absolutely top notch. Fantasy, Noragami. He's a god of death. Not the god of death, but a god of death that does jobs for pennies. She's the main character. For drama, Beastars. Honestly, really interesting anime. I wasn't a big fan of it, but it's pretty good. I did watch it all the way through. I give it like an 8 out of 10. Worth looking at. Mystery, Case Closed. Not these two, but this one right here. Really good mystery anime. Not a whole lot of violence, but there is some drama, and it will keep you on the edge of your seat. For plot, Kiss Exist, Paraflume. This is for you. Yes, plot. You'll find out what that is. Horror, Blood Sea, blood, gore, everything you can ask for, and honestly a really good storyline as well. For thrillers, Angels of Death. You want something that's going to fuck you up mentally and the characters get fucked up mentally as well? Angels of Death is the anime for you. If you want some peak fiction opinion, Utawa Rarumo no, but I pronounced that wrong. But this is about Earth with cat girls. It's really good. Older anime worth noting, Ghost in the Shell. Honestly, one of my favorite old-time animes, and it's just super freaking good. Not anything like the movie that came out with Scarlett Johansson. If you're just starting, welcome to the anime community. Here are some names to avoid because people will suggest them. Dragon Ball Z, Boku no Pico, Rito of Healer, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Tokyo Ghoul. All of those are absolute garbage. Don't watch them.
Why does American food feel like it was made with a random number generator? Americans done fucked around and made Gushers yogurt with bursting beads. I eat yogurt for breakfast. I do not want anything bursting in my mouth at 6:30 in the morning. First off, Swedish Fish are like a C or a D tier candy. You put them with chocolate Oreos, not even the blonde ones, like... I remember trying this at somebody's house and they were so mad at me they would not talk to me for like an hour. I also left this box at the house. I wasn't taking that shit home. And yes, it was sour. Sour milk cereal. Despite its name, this Pepsi was not fire. It tasted and felt like being waterboarded. Cause that cinnamon just made it feel like you was doing the cinnamon challenge with each sip. Now, Joseph R. Biden might take away my menthol Jewel Pod, but will he take away my menthol Sour Patch Kids? I hope he does, cause this shit was repulsive. I've never had this, but I think about this soda twice a year. Your favorite soda meets the soggy cardboard taste of Pop-Tarts.
Base level choke that just about anybody can do. Sleeve wheel choke. I'm going to take my right hand and scoop it around the back of the neck of the person that I'm going to choke. This hand is going to fish into this side of my uniform, grabbing the inside of my sleeve. This hand is going to pull back like a turtle, and I'm going to bring it over so that it's now in front of the neck. So I've got one back behind, one in front. I'm going to fish this through and either grab my sleeve on this side or grab the inside of the lapel on this side. Now I've got this really neat little hole with my knuckles facing each other. From here, it's as simple as turning my knuckles to face the audience. And that little hole where their neck was closes really fast. Okay, but let's do it on Bob. Fishing back behind, giving him a hug. I'm going to grab the inside of the sleeve, fish this in front of the face, across the neck. Grabbing over on this side, and now that my knuckles are facing each other, turn my hands toward the camera.
Way too sweet, so I rinse it off under hot water and you have a way healthier but just as delicious alternative.
My dog accidentally Superman punched me in my balls today, and as I was laying on the ground and I felt God caress my face as I was coming back to consciousness, I thought of a few things. One, do I gotta go to work today? Should this be a medical thing? 2, can you mask a fart with just clapping? Like if I had to fart, can I just clap until it's done? 3, and this is the most important one, who in the fractatious fergalicious fuck rinses off a Kit Kat and tries to eat it? You know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot in my life, but I don't think I'd ever eat a moist wafer. I think I'd rather have my dog drop kick me back in my balls again before I eat a moist wafer. You know what I'm saying? I'm not shaming it, but why? You know?
Can't the future just wait? Can't the deadlines come fashionably late? I could push every goal back, take control back if they'd roll back the rate at which time starts to fly. Never landing or standing by, never taking a break, ever making me retry. We nickel and dime every quarter to 2. But maybe it's time to let time pass through.
Alright, play along with me. You're in your house hanging out. You're just young, you're 13, living young, wild, and free. Your dad says, "Hey, I want you to meet my new girlfriend." And you're like, okay, I am the new girlfriend. You come downstairs, it's me. I'm in your doorway. I say hi. I'm like, "What's up, G?" And that's exactly how I greet you. I say, "What's up, G?" And then your dad's like, "This is gonna be your new stepmom." You're very confused considering you just met me. Your dad didn't tell you about me. He hid the relationship the entire time we were dating. I'm now your stepmom. What do you do? Well, what do you do now? We're alone in the house. I'm babysitting you. I get stuck in the dryer. Then I'm like, "Hey, insert your name here. Help me out of the dryer." What do you do now? I'm your stepmom and I'm stuck in the dryer.
I'm gonna make it a fucking law if I ever become president. We should be allowed to change our legal name one time for free in our life once we turn 18. Like, that's not even like a transgender thing. I do not think that it is fair that another human being gets to pick our first name and we have to deal with those consequences for the rest of our lives unless we pay money to get it changed. I feel bad for anyone who is named like Betty or some shit, or like some weird ass fucking name. Like, why would you do that to your kid? Why are we not allowed to change our name unless we spend, like, so much money trying to fucking fix it? Like, I've met so many people that legitimately hate their fucking name and they're just stuck with it because they're too fucking poor to afford it. What the fuck? You name your kid, like, fucking Randall? Who names their kid Randall? I remember seeing on the news somewhere that someone named their kid, like, Cornelius Esquire or some shit. Like, why is that allowed? Like, why is that legal? Why?
Can someone with more medical experience than me tell me whether or not dudes actually definitively have a time of the month or not? And before you start freaking out on me, I know how the reproductive organs work. I'm not saying we drop an egg or bleed, but I've heard tell that men hormonally go through a cycle just like women do. And it has to be the case because that's the only explanation for why I'm so horny.
I want to be an American citizen. I want to eat a Popeye's chicken. I got fired from being doctor. Now I can't afford a helicopter.
My kids turn out like this in leaving IDC.
Oh, my sweet summer child. So, my parents did that. I wasn't allowed to dress that way, wasn't allowed to express myself in high school. Now, granted, this was 10 years ago, as I'm just about 30, and let me tell you something. When I finally started being myself, I fucking up and left and didn't talk to my parents for almost 5-6 years. Now we get along better now, but I still dress like I'm an extra from a Tim Burton movie. You're gonna have to deal with it because your kid's life is not your life, and frankly, your kids are either not going to care or put you in a state-run nursing home. You only get a dress-up Barbie for like the first year and a half. Congratulations. After the year 2, they start to scream.
If I don't look like a queer-coded, cartoon villain when I dress. What, pray tell, is the point in dressing at all?
Now what do we say when our anxiety is too much? My anxiety is exhausting, but these cakes need frosting. You better Betty Crocker, bitch.
You're a cunt.
Gotta go put on my nicotine patch.
Alright, this is musicians organized by, do I think there's a chance they're a serial killer or not? And if they were a serial killer, would they get caught right away or would they never get caught? Might be, but definitely get caught. We have Joy Division, Death Grips, and Modest Mouse. Modest Mouse seems more like kill your wife while blackout drunk and then die in a standoff with the cops kind of music, but I don't know. They could maybe pull off one or two more. Not a serial killer, but if they were, they would definitely get caught. We got like Sleep, Dinosaur Jr., Ween, pretty much all pothead bands with guitars. Definitely not serial killers, but if they were, they'd get away with it. We have Bachman Turner Overdrive, Elton John, and Electric Light Orchestra. Electric Light Orchestra has a big advantage in that no one knows what anyone in that band looks like. I've heard their music all my life, and it's awesome, and I've never seen a picture of anyone in that band. Might actually be a serial killer, and they'd probably get away with it. Britney Spears, Ted Nugent, and Steely Dan. Ted Nugent would only get away with it because he'd be killing like teenage runaways, people no one cares about, but Steely Dan, oh my...
Perks of being ADHD, I'm back. I forgot the part number, but we're just gonna roll with it. Neither you, me, nor God knows what we're about to say. It could be funny or hurtful. Even with the most specific of problems, we probably have a solution because all we do is think. You can pretty much call us at any time of day because we never fucking sleep. Caffeine doesn't do shit. We can remember the most random conversation and almost perfect fucking recall, but when it comes to remembering certain things that we have to, we can't. With as much chaotic neutral energy as we have, we can power a fucking city. I don't know if this one is just me, but we're really fucking good at analyzing patterns. We know exactly what we want to watch when we open Netflix. We have a bunch of random hidden talents. Like, not just like one or two, but like 60 of them bitches. We can have a one-sided conversation with ourselves, that way we can figure out a problem easier, and like, that's like God tier. Not only do we see everything how it actually is, instead of seeing it the way we want to, we see what we can make it into.
The fuck is that? Something weird in my camera. I don't know if I've seen this before or not. What is it? Oh! I recognize what that is now. Yeah, I know what that is. That's a bitch! Aha!
Oh, no, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm nearsighted. I can't make out what that sign says. It's really blurry. How many fucking fingers am I holding up?
Is your refrigerator running? Yeah.
Mustard! What?